I had a conflict with a coworker that was very difficult to deal with. She was making some mistakes and that I, as her supervisor, had to confront her about. She did not like to be told that she made mistakes and she could not promise that she wouldn't do it again. My manager asked me to hold a meeting with our department of about 30 people to explain that since we were all adults, that if you find a mistake that someone else has made, that you are to bring it to their attention and not to the supervisors. She was hoping this would somehow help the employee that was making the mistakes to stop making them. The coworker that I was having a difficult time with didn't like this new process and started yelling at me in front of everyone that was in the meeting. Instead of me pulling her to the side to discuss this in private, I responded to her with the fight or flight response. I started yelling back at her. I was getting loud and hostile. I could feel my blood pressure rising and my heart beating faster. Finally, someone in the meeting broke up the argument. I was so embarrassed that I behaved this way, but I felt like I was being attacked and I couldn't hold back my emotions. Later, I did apologize to the employee that I yelled at her, but it definitely put a strain on a coworker supervisor level. And eventually, this coworker did leave, but it wasn't easy to go to work every day dealing with this stress. Another situation I had was in 2015. Upper management in my company wanted my department to go through a certification process. It would take a year before we could submit the application, but there were specific data, tracking, and policy procedures that we had to gather to submit with the application. I was chosen as the lead to handle collecting the data and policies as well as overseeing the tracking of information. I was given this task with the expectation that I would still handle my day-to-day activities as an administrative coordinator and meet all necessary deadlines for the application submission. There were nights I would go home with really bad headaches. I would cry because I felt so overwhelmed and didn't know how to handle the workload. I even ended up going to the emergency room because I was having chest pains. I thought I was having a heart attack. It turned out that my blood pressure was extremely high and I was actually having an anxiety attack. I was given medication and was told to take a few days off of work to regroup. During this time, I had to figure out a way to not let my work affect my health, because if I don't stay healthy, I wouldn't be able to work at all. I went back to work with the attitude that I can only do what I can do. I will set up a plan to complete my tasks for the day. If not, then I will finish them the next day. I will stay strong and keep a positive attitude so that my anxiety won't get the best of me. With my hardiness and self-efficacy, I was able to achieve the completion of the application with all the information that was needed. And my department received a Level 3 medical home certification.